Hey everybody, Andy T here, along with my good buddy Brian Bretsch on the left or on the right, wherever what we always say. We're here today to take a look at the 2022 Series 1 top set, St. Louis Cardinals, obviously. Baseball is back, thank goodness for that. Lockout is over, so we are going to go ahead and get right into this. Brian, go ahead. What do you got on this nice little set here?
Well, Series 1 2022 for Topps couldn't have come at a better time. Mine came just a couple of days before the lockout was settled. I believe yours was the same case. Nice, clean looking cards. Nothing fancy. They usually spend a lot more of their time, with the more visibly appealing cards in their heritage and their archive sets. But I think photography and just the overall sharpness of this particular set is pretty cool. That was the great team card there with the statistics on the back with Goldie and Arenado. Some good action shots in this. We were talking about this before we started recording there of Nolan Arenado. Love the shot of him at third base blowing a bubble. It doesn't get any better than that. So I've been kind of hard.
That just screams baseball and fun right there.
Oh my God, yeah. And we've been kind of hard.
And so does this card right here.
That one is probably my favorite in the entire Series 1.
Famous substitute teacher right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Bader.
No, that's a very. I mean, again, we were knocking them over the last couple of years for blandness. This one is not overly exciting on the design, but I've come to realize, they spend way more time on archives and heritage. But those first two cards that we've shown and the one that you showed, they've definitely, I think, in 2022 upped their game big time in terms of photo selection and just overall crispness of the cards. What is your initial take of the 2022?
I actually liked it better than what they've produced in the past few years. Like you said, it's very clean, pretty classic design on it, with the lettering and, the framework around the photos. So really like it. Go ahead and throw up the much anticipated rookie card that's in there of a Mr. Nootbaar there. Everybody was waiting for this one. And
Newt.
More chance of Newt coming out this year. Waiting for those.
Yep.
And here's what I always like to see in any set is a leader card that's got a cardinal on it. So there's Waino, the pitching leaders from last year, obviously, and hopefully he can win as many or more games that he did last year and bust that 200 plateau.
Yeah, a little scary though, seeing two Dodgers on the leader cards as always. It seems like they always get pitching, but
yeah,
it is what it is. But anyway, we talked too a little bit about this. Another great action.
Love the Yachty shot. Great photo of it right there.
Yeah, love that one. We did talk about this one too, about it being a little bit of. I mean, I know that he finished his last month. Maybe 6 weeks with the Cardinals. A little crazy seeing a John Lester card in the team set, but deservingly so. I mean, this is where he wrapped up his career. Yeah. So that's a cool one.
Oh, the fact that you mentioned that, I was a little disappointed since they always throw in players from the previous year that are either gone or moved on or retired or whatever. Disappointed to see Carp didn't make the set, So, but I know he's going to be in the Heritage set coming up, so that's pretty cool. And also, farewell to Kim. Hate to see him. Yep, but he has moved on.
I think before you hold that one back up again,
all right,
kind of a little bit kind of questioning where this photo was taken. It almost looks like it's been photoshopped that he was pitching somewhere else and threw him there at Busch Stadium. But while you're doing that whole one, the other thing that I really like about this, I'm going to go with a little bit of variety here. What I like is, so here's Nolan in the Saturday uniform with St. Louis birds across the bat. And then you got the regular uniform there with Bader.
Yeah.
And then I like the blue uniforms coming back. So, I mean, nice, again, kudos to Topps this year. Great variety in terms of, the different photos and such that they used. What else do you have?
would be remiss in not mentioning this individual here because we already mentioned him once on the leader card, Wayno. Glad to see him back. And if anybody paid attention to the highlights already, Arenado took him deep and he threw his glove at Arenado in jest, but it was pretty that happened this past week.
I love the high socks too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Great look there. But hey, you know what the other thing is? Adam is actually in the base set for a change because that's one of our pet peeves that we've been complaining about for several shows.
And he's actually got 2 cards in the base set, and we've had him. We can't say they've not been in the actual top series, regular series set, but some of the, I think it's Gypsy Queen and a couple other ones that he has not even made the cut in, which can't understand that. And so might as well go ahead and throw one of these out here too. So some great inserts in this series 1 set. I'll start off with Mr. Arenado there. A flashback to 87. Great. A lot of people, this set has really picked up a lot of gas, the 87 set. So we see a lot of that coming out, redesigned.
As you're showing the other 2, I didn't pull mine, but it's interesting. Our good buddy Tony Schaefer, who's been on our show as a guest 3 times now, he put out a survey about I think it was sometime in January with his newsletter that he does, and was asking, what is the cutoff to what you as a collector think is vintage. And it's kind of funny how the pendulum has kind of moved from 1975 to 1987 is kind of like that new vintage era. And I'm sort of kind of puzzled by that. If the current collectors know that, it's 40 some years of tops, but those cards were massively produced, whereas in 75 they were not. So I'm a bit puzzled by that, but I am starting to see that more in our Twitter feed, people asking questions or seeing posts about that. But I mean, that is a really cool retro look, that 87 set.
Of course, this one took me by surprise that there'd be an Ozzie Smith card out this year. Not love Ozzie, but he makes about every set, it seems like, which is it's still pretty cool.
So when this is all said and done, we'll have to do a show one time that'll probably take like 5 hours to show every single Ozzie Smith card in our collection, because to your point, every year Ozzie's getting added to yet another and to another and to another set. And for Andy and I, he is the player that leads our collection in terms of unique cards of just Ozzie. It actually is mind-boggling, but yeah, I'm not surprised that Ozzie's in that retro-looking set.
Yeah. Another cool card was this little game card they had in there. I think these are the home run derby cards, and you can see the back of it. You scratch it off there. Obviously, you're not going to scratch that off.
Right. So did you show yet the welcome to the show inserts as well?
I'll show the first one here. This is an indication that he's coming back to DH or anything else, but I'll go ahead and throw him out there. I know there's a lot of speculation and talk on that. So, but there's Prince Albert. He makes an appearance about once a year as well in some type of Cardinal set, which is pretty phenomenal since he's still an active player with another team.
Right. And then Yachty here is the other welcome to the show card. So, I mean, overall, I like the inserts. I think everything is cool. There's your Carlson card. Love that. Very, very
cool card. To be honest, Carlson, he made a lot of card sets and multiple times in the past about a year and a half. So I think I'm about up to 50 Carlson cards, right? It's amazing how many cards are out of him and Arenado for that matter. I mean, they show up, you can't blink your eye in there in another card set. So pretty incredible.
Those two. And then, you and I have talked about this too, Goldschmidt, in the short time that he's been here, the run of insert cards on Goldie too. So not that we're complaining 3.
No, please, you keep putting them out. That's fine. I love them, but it's just amazing.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that will disappoint us is one day when Arenado or Goldie surpass our Wayno cards because there's so many inserts of those guys as opposed to Adam. But no, so on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest, what do you think? Would you rank this?
I'm actually going to give this a 5 because it's very nice, very clean. Like I said, great photos. And the other thing is unlike normal, we got the several stars in the series one set. Normally we don't see that. So, we got, obviously Arenado, Wayno, Yachty, and Bader, and then also great rookie card in Lars. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a 5 because just getting that also based on what it's Topps regular base series has looked like over the past 5 or 6 years. So, yeah, definitely really like the clean look of the card. It doesn't look all jumbled or with all the different design and the graphics and stuff that it had before.
Yeah, I like you said, yeah, it's got more of a simplistic look to it. So yeah, I was teetering back and forth, but I would agree with you for everything that you said. The stars, the clean look, the rookie card. You and I talked before we started recording. I'm just looking at the list so I don't forget anybody. I know that we mentioned that Flaherty was not in here, or Carlson in the Series 1 set. Obviously, you just showed him in the inset, but Edmund and Tyler O'Neill, Jordan Hicks, and Dakota Hudson, just to name a few. DeYoung and Sosa at short, depending on who's going to be our shortstop. No DH yet, but yeah, I'm pleasantly pleased. I'm interested now to see what's going to happen in Series 2, and one of the things that we've been getting asked about.
Well, you just mentioned something too. Will we see the first DH card come out in the National League? So that'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah, and I don't know. That was is that going to be in Series 2, or will that be, say, in the because there's going to be an update set. So anyway, it could be whoever that is. Could be Lars again coming out in the update set, but this time as designated, pun intended, designated as the designated hitter. So unless we make a big free agent signing between now and
I'm gonna go with Gorman. How about Nolan Gorman?
Completely, I can love to see that happen. The kid can hit. He's hit at every single level so far. So it'll be exciting. And we picked up a couple of free agent kind of tier 2B or 2C pitchers. So it'll be interesting to see them. So yeah, I'm anxious for Series 2, but I think I'm more anxious for the update series, and then obviously we're excited for the Heritage, which will be coming in the mail soon, and then I just got my opening day set today, which is pretty cool. So lots of other cool stuff coming in the mail, and
we might have to bust that. We might have to bust that out pretty soon too, due to the opening day series. So
yeah, very cool. Well, one thing though, and I think we're responsible, and I won't mention names, but I know that I've already seen 2 Twitter followers of ours who said they've gotten back into collecting after sitting out for 25 for one and 30 years for the other individual. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's just because there's so much cool stuff coming out, or are we influencing people? I hope we are, but it was cool to see not 1 but 2, after sitting out for 25 years and 3 decades for the other person. It's welcome back to collecting. And I gave them some advice, especially the base sets tend to be a little bit ho-hum, not this particular one, but that definitely roll and collect the Heritage because they're such a cool look, especially this year with the 73 look, which
yep.
You and I are both fans of. So cool stuff, and hopefully we'll get some more Topps Now and have a couple of more cool players. Not Topps Now, they always put Topps Now. I meant the living set with some more cool looks and feels. So it's a good time to be collecting.
Yep. You go ahead and roll us out.
All righty. Well, thanks everybody for watching this quick edition. We knew it was going to be fast, but love it. We appreciate you joining us. We are working hard on a website. Andy and I, as you can tell from watching our videos, are somewhat technically challenged, but I would say that we're 75% completed on that look. And we were going to roll it out a little bit sooner, and then we found a different format that's going to just make it look that much more professional.
We were locked out.
That's right. Yeah, let's just say that we were locked out.
Yeah.
So we're going with that look. But anyway, he's Andy Teague somewhere over there, or maybe he's over there. I don't know. I'm Brian Bretsch. You can find us at the Birdbrain 66 on Twitter, and you can find us on Facebook, soon to be birdbrain66.com. So thanks for joining this edition of Birdbrain 66.
Thanks, everybody.